Hi, welcome to MJT Law. My name is Melanie Thorley, and today we're going to be talking about how to calculate your pay rate. This is something that you can do because you're interested. It could be that you think you're being underpaid. It could be that your employer's looking at annualizing your pay, so you're getting one lump sum every week, and you just want to figure out whether that's right or not in terms of whether you've been underpaid or overpaid and that sort of thing. So the way that we're going to do this is we're just going to jump into the Fair Work Ombudsman's PACT. So I'm just going to put Fair Work Ombudsman space PACT, and you'll see that the first option that pops up is the calculator. So we're going to click on that, and here it is. So this is Fair Work Ombudsman's pay tool, their conditions tool. So it is the calculators that they have inside their website, and hey, it's theirs, so let's just use it. We're going to jump into the pay calculator, and this is a very, there are a lot of questions in this pay calculator. We're just going to sort of go through one set of scenarios here, but have fun with it, see what you can find. We're not going to be talking about the COVID situation because we're talking about future employment, and that's not going to be a thing forever. So you're going to say that you're an employee looking for your pay rates. We're going to take it as today. I'm just going to press next. Now, you can, it says here whether you know your award or if you don't know your award. If you don't know your award and you don't know how to find it, if you jump onto our YouTube channel, you'll see that there is a Find My Awards tutorials, and we can help you find that award. The other places you find your award, you can speak to the Fair Work Ombudsman. You can jump on and have a look at your pay slips. You can look at your employment contract. You might be able to look at, and you might be able to ask your employer. All those places should be able to provide you with some pretty good information about what your award is. Now, if you are an employee who doesn't have an award, you might fall under an enterprise agreement, or you might be award free. Then this is not going to apply to you. You're not going to be able to find your minimum rates this way. Minimum rates will be in your enterprise agreement, or if you're award free, your minimum rates is actually minimum wage, full stop. I think at the moment it sits in the high $19 per hour. So let's just keep going. I'm going to say I know my award because I'm going to use the General Retail Industry Award. We're going to say that I'm working in a clothes shop, and I'm a full-time employee there. So I'm just going to scroll down. You can see there are a lot of awards. We're just going to scroll down to the General, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and the General Retail Industry Award. If you're kind of not sure, then it's probably worth just clicking on that down arrow, and it goes through all the things, all the types of employment that Retail Award covers. Stores selling clothing, for instance, this is the one I'm using here. It could be that you're selling or delivering newspapers. Could be you're a trolley collector. It's a pretty interesting one. It also talks about the awards that the General Retail Industry Award doesn't cover. Doesn't cover the Hair and Beauty, the Fast Food Award, the Meat Award, or the Pharmacy Award. So if you have an inkling, you might fit into that. And it talks about sort of employers that are not covered by the general retail. So if you work in a pharmacy, if you're a standalone butcher shop, if you work in the hair and beauty industry, in the theatre, amusement or entertainment industries, then you don't fit under here. If you're fueling or putting or retailing parts, you're not under this award. So you get the hang of it, yeah? So we're just going to say, I'm in the fast food industry, I'm in clothing, yeah? I work in a clothes shop. So I'm just going to scroll all the way down and press next. Now, again, like I said, this is going to ask a lot of really important questions, but we're not going to use any of these today. So we're just going to go no to trainee, supported wage apprentice. Next. Classification. That is a really interesting question. Might be super easy to figure out what award you're in. You're a butcher. You're in the Butcher's Award. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. But what level might you be? What classification are you? So this is where clicking on these little down arrows is really going to help you. If you are working in a shop selling clothes and you're it's a terrible thing to say, sorry. If you are a shop assistant and you don't have to manage people, then it's likely you're going to be level 1. And level 2 is all those people, including forklift operator. So if you're a forklift operator, you already go to level 2. If you're in level 3, then these are some of the things. You might be a 2IC to the store manager. You might be a driver selling stock, and so on. Like if we click through these, it'll say, you can see that there's service supervisor. Level 4, for instance, talks about supervising up to 4 sales staff. Or you might be a boot repairer, certificate 3. So you can see how it's actually pretty important to figure out what classification you are. We're going to say level 1. I'm working in a shop, that's all I do. It's nothing complicated, I just got to deal with customers all day. So I'm just going to press next. I'm going to be a full-time employee, but of course this would make a difference as to whether you're casual, part-time or full-time. I'm going to say that I'm 20 years and I've been there for more than 6 months. And if I just press next, it's going to come up with my pay rate. Okay, now this pay rate tells me what my minimum pay is going to be. So if you're getting paid $22.33, if I just click Y and I press details and I press detail and I keep pressing details, hopefully it's going to give me all the information we need today. So this says that I'm an employee on $23.33. There's no loadings on that yet. There's no, and my base rate stays the same, but I am a junior. So a junior is on a slightly lower rate, but a junior minimum employee is $848.50 divided by 38 equals $22.33. So I'm just going to go back and we're going to go weekly pay rate. And it says here it is, the junior earns 100% of the adult amount. Pretty cool. So this is the minimum wage for this. That's $848.50 per week. That's for a 38-hour week. And it could be that your employer's decided to what we call annualize your salary, which is give you an amount of, instead of giving you an hourly rate, where every hour you work is calculated, and at the end of each week or month or whenever you're getting paid, they calculate how many hours you worked, calculate what penalties they are, and give you the money in accordance with that. And your pay may change if you've worked a Sunday, for instance. If you're getting an annualised salary, it could be that your employer is paying you a global amount of money, one giant, amount of money that stays the same week to week to week to week. If you are working a fair amount of overtime and you're on, say, $900 per hour, you need to really check to see, because $848.50 is pretty close to $900. Probably only takes a few hours of overtime each week to click over and be underpaid on that point. So we're just going to add a few things. It says here, what common penalties? Yeah, so we're going to select some penalties. We're going to say that we work Saturday and Sunday. Now, ordinary hours for a shop who trades past 6 p.m. on a Saturday is 7 till 11 p.m. at night. So we're going to say we work in those ordinary hours, and every now and again we work a public holiday. So I'm going to go, I know this applies, and we have it. Okay, so we've got an hourly rate of $22.33. We've got a bunch of penalties. So if you're working on a Saturday, ordinary hours, you're entitled to $27.91. If you work on a Sunday, it goes up to $33.50. And if you work on a public holiday, it is $50.24. And if you wanted to, you could click into that, find out why. It talks about the base rate, talks about the casual loading, which doesn't exist here, and it talks about the penalty. 125% of $22.33 is $27.91. If you think that there is a problem, talk to the Fair Work Ombudsman, talk to your employer, or give us a call, we might be able to help. Sometimes it's not a big deal, it's just a mistake. Someone's just did an error. Other times it could be something a little bit trickier than that, and if that's the case, it probably is a good idea to have a chat with someone like us. Now, hopefully you've found this really useful. If you need to do anything else, like figure out your leave, figure out what your reward is, certainly jump onto our YouTube channel and yeah, have a look at those tutorials. Thanks for watching.